Hey everybody, it's Adler and welcome back to Party Time. LuGame, Lunchtime games still everything left left off. Stacy's drunk off her ass. Alex is getting a little pissed at her and... Well, okay, no, technically she's pissed, she's angry, or annoyed, and Coda is kind of a confused plank, I guess. I don't really know. Oh yeah, and Tifa left. She went off to her game tournament. I rolled a dice and it told me to leave, to let her go without me. Although I don't know if that choice would have actually had Coda go with her, or if it just would have been like expressing the sentiment and that kind of checking a point in that. I don't know. I can go off on a tangent like that again, but I won't. So, continuing, Alex is calling her childish. What? You heard me. When we're in school, you never act like this. I thought you were more mature, but seeing you now, I'm beginning to suspect that even Katie has more sense than you. But Bolts? No way. I am definitely more mature than her. I can drink and She clenches her fist and fumbles for her phone, angling her arm upwards. What are you... Before I can even really register what's happening, there's a small flashing light of a phone camera. I'm commemorating the night my best friend turned to a spoil sport and my other best friend compared me to Bolts of all people. Don't worry, I'll be sure to send you a copy. Alex shuts her eyes for a long moment, letting out a deep sigh. When she finally opens her eyes, there's a pleasant smile on her lips that doesn't quite reach them. You know what? What? I've just decided I don't need to put up with this. I'm going home. Well, what? Why? Looking as though she's summoning patience from the depths of her soul, Alex stands slowly, brushing invisible dust off of her skirt. Stacy, part of being an adult is maintaining a good reputation, and honestly, I am not sure I can do that if you're taking selfies of me while wasted. For some reason, Stacy looks at me as if expecting me to say something. If I'm honest, a fight between two friends is not one I want to be involved in. Even beyond that, I'm having a hard time faulting Alex's line of reasoning. I mean, yeah, it's more or less, yes, yeah. I mean, there's one thing to kind of let loose, but this is definitely dipping into more of the irresponsible spectrum. Seeing that I'm not coming to her aid, Stacy scoffs angrily. If you think you're too mature to hang with me, then be my guest and go. My pleasure. Call me when you're feeling more sensible. Good night. As the door shuts behind her friend, Stacy slams her fist on the table. Can you believe her? Mousy would have been better company. At least he wouldn't get mad at me like everyone else. No, he'd just want to use you and leave. That's pretty much it, you know? Well, I'm not mad at you, but I do think you need to... Knock, knock. Uh-oh. What was that? I think someone's at the door. Uh-oh. Hello, please open up. I think it's the hotel staff. Jesus, it's the cops! Whatever. I guess I'll take care of it then. Great. Can someone turn down the music? I'm not sure who followed suit where the volume drops. I cracked the door open to the suite, and sure enough, a invisible security guard and what appears to be the hotel manager are standing in the hotel hallway eyeing me. Excuse me, we've received a noise complaint. She tries to peek around me in the room, but I don't budge. Catching my eye, she smiles awkwardly. As guests of our superseding hotel event, we of course we want all who attend this event to have fun, but per our terms of service, we do not permit environments within our hotel that allow for excessive and unnecessary noise. Sorry about that, we'll quiet down. The hotel manager clears her throat. I'm sorry, but we've come to shut this party down. Our terms and conditions are quite clear, you see, and seemingly annoyed by her polite demeanor, the security guard projects his voice so everyone in the suite can hear him. Anyone who chooses not to vacate the premises risks being forcibly evicted. You've got 10 seconds. 1. By the time you get to 3, the party guests seem to have already realized this is not a drill. They push past me at an astonishing rate, and when I glance behind me, the only things left behind are Katie, Stacy, and the quiet, throbbing bass of party music. Much better. Thank you for your cooperation. Please stay again. Don't make us come back. I don't really have much choice, but not at that. Shutting the door quietly. Okay, at this point the music needs to go. The mood's ruined. I check on Stacy. She's in the same spot I left her in. She leans with her face against the table, looking up at me with bright red cheeks. Where did everybody go? Don't worry about it. It's bedtime. Stacy pounds, but she doesn't complain as I support her, helping her into a bedroom. Probably get her a glass of water or two, you know. Whatever. When I sit her on the bed, Stacy clings to me, her grip surprisingly tight for someone who's completely wasted. You dare try to leave. Her statement is surprisingly lucid, and if it weren't for the tint of her cheeks, I'd think she were sober. I let her sigh. I've got to get her to let go of me somehow. On one hand, she looks like she could use some water. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! I've been saying this, yes! But on the other, sleeping in makeup doesn't seem like the most comfortable thing in the world. I'd go with this? I mean, both are valid in their own way, but this? I don't want water. I want you to stay. I wrap my hand on hers to uncurl her stubborn fingers in my shirt. When you have water, I promise it'll make you feel better. Stacy loosens her grip. You promise? Yeah, I do. I'll be right back. When I come back into the room, Stacy's already asleep. Gently, I stroke her face with the damp cloth in the hotel's bathroom. She stirs slightly. Coda, you came back? I'm just gonna put this makeup off. You can relax, okay? She nods childishly for a moment, and then rests her head against the headboard of the bed. I reach out slowly as my hand cups her face. Stacy presses her flushed cheek into it. The moment the cool cloth touches her, she winces slightly, her eyes opening slightly to focus on me. Idiot. She mumbles the word before shutting her eyes again. It's cold. My bad, I was in kind of a rush. It's fine. She nuzzles my hand slightly, letting out a quiet sigh. At least your hand's warm. Feels nice. I'm not sure what to say for a moment, but she doesn't seem to expect a response. Her eyes drifting shut again almost immediately. Well, guess I can't just sit here forever. As nice as that sounds. Using one hand to keep her face steady, I press the damp cloth against her skin. It doesn't seem to have much of an effect, until I notice the cream-colored impression behind, complete with black smudges of her eye makeup. Having a laugh as the ghost of Stacy appears in the hotel washcloth, I make a quick work of the rest of the makeup, revealing Stacy's soft, peachy skin. Stacy is surprisingly lax, one of the mildest of reactions the entire time. The cute nose wrinkle here, a furrowed brow there. At least once, I think I saw something suspiciously close to a smile. Shifting back a little to make sure I've got her all off, a thought occurs to me. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever seen her without makeup. She looked kind of cute, actually. The thought makes me freeze. Popular, rich, part-time bully Stacy. Cute. I mean, yeah, I said she's attractive, but... I shake it off, standing quickly. I must be losing it. Standing solely as not to make any excessive noise, I look down at the troublesome girl in front of me. What am I gonna do with you? Stacy doesn't stir, a peaceful expression on her face as I shut the door behind me. And I forget to breathe again. Back in the living room, I look around the trashed hotel room. This is bad. Sleepily, Katie sits up from her spot. Is the party over? Shaking my head, I sigh. In your words, affirmative. Tomorrow morning, try not to make too much noise, okay? I have a feeling Stacy's gonna wake up from this shot looking and feeling worse for wear. Katie salutes me in response and heads off to her bedroom. The moment her door shuts, the front door to the suite pops open, revealing a glowing Tifa. Oh, it was a tournament. Oh. That was fast. I didn't... Okay. So it was literally just a thing that was happening, like, right then. Okay. Fantastic. How was the... She trails off, looking in the now trashed hotel room. Never mind. I don't think I want to know. Are you heading out? Now, if I take care of a few things first, like, you know, the empty beer cans, the wrappers, and... I think some may have knocked over one of the tables. That may... What the... Legs get loose? Ah, shit. A few things like what? Like this room. Don't turn me and try to clean this up all by yourself. As tempting as it is to say no, that's exactly what I plan on doing. At the very least, I want to clean this broken glass. But that's worse than I thought it was. Okay, fuck. Well, good luck. I don't mean to be a jerk, but I'm feeling exhausted. Be careful handling that broken glass, okay? Yeah, advice to live by. Night, Tifa. She waves goodbye, leaving me facing a monster of a mess. Things we do for friends. Yep. I like the transitions. It's only been a few days since the anime convention, but I can't help but look forward to the Games Club meeting. I was kind of hoping to see what the morning after would be like. Everyone's reactions and all. Oh well. Hey, Coda. I walk into the club room to see Tifa sitting at her desk, cutting out some kind of pie chart. Hey Tifa, where's Katie and Stacy? Well, Katie's running late and Stacy's... Well, I don't know yet. I don't know actually. Blech. She runs on her own pace though, so I'm sure she'll show up sooner or later. True enough. But she bends on the scissors to look at me. Huh. You saw Alex's message in the group chat, right? What message? Guess not. Pardon? Check your phone. I clicked, but nothing happened. I was where the game might have frozen again. I'll make it today's club meeting. Who's my absence for today? Okay, well. Tell me this in the group chat, right? About her not making today? Yeah. She did just say it was for today, though, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. That's true and all, but look, I'll be straight with you. Do you think Alex hates us? Honestly, I have no clue. Yeah. No idea. She's kind of hard to read, Tifa. Yeah, it's just that earlier when I was in the hall, it seemed like she was ignoring me. Like, she was talking with me with students, and I kind of just said hi in passing, but she just kind of gave me that blank smile she normally has. I see. I mean, the downside of not knowing Alex well is that we can't exactly say that this kind of behavior isn't that strange. Not for her, anyway. I guess so. I guess I was hoping to be a time we'd all get close or something. I just have a weird feeling. Don't worry, Tifa. I'm sure Alex will warm up soon. Hope. Tilting my head, I approach her desk, looking at her curiously. What are you working on, by the way? Oh, it's just a presentation project thing for the statistics class. It's due today after club. Why are you finishing it now? Thought you were free yesterday. I was. Free to play video games, that is. All night. Instead of her playing outright, she grins at me sheepishly. Yeah, huh? I shake my head at her sitting down. Need help? Was it one of those things where you look at the clock and it's like, I don't know, 8 or 9, and then you look back at the game and feels like maybe it's been an hour, look at the time and it's like 3 or 4 in the morning or some shit, you know? Or maybe later, because sometimes it's been 5 or 6. I'd be like, what the fuck happened? Where'd the night go? Now my schedule's fucked. Need help? Please. Oh, Jesus Christ, why? Just as I'm taking my seat beside her, the door suddenly slams open. Stacy marks you in the irritated look on her face. I hate everything. I say that a lot myself, although I typically just end it with hate. I hate. I just hate. It's typically what including avocado flatbreads or including alcohol and parties. Oh God, I don't know. They're both good. I mean, this one kind of pokes fun at the whole, like, you know, snobby bullshit she was pulling, and this one more reckless behavior. So I don't know. Okay, that was bullshit. It actually fucked up. Damn it! Come here. Some people rolling fucking away. Actually, just roll right here. Okay, odd. The thing is, I got like clutter right here, so I gotta make sure it doesn't hit anything or roll under something. I just want it to roll and come to a stop. Don't try to be funny. I can't even afford an avocado flatbread if I want one. Oh, did Daddy cut you off? Same here. All that money for a skinny little sandwich is kind of excessive if you ask me. I'm also not a fan of avocado. Nothing wrong with it per se. I just personally don't care for it. You don't have the money to blow, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't go to sandwiches. Didn't I literally just say don't try to be funny? This is serious, Koda. I have 0 purchasing power. Both Tifa and I exchanged shocked looks. Seriously, what happened? Did something wrong with your dad's company? What? Ew, no, Daddy's company is beyond fine. And then somebody snitched something on my parents, my parents had the nerve that they could just take my cards. Well, I mean, it's their money that they were letting you use, you know? So yeah, they do and they can. You know, they do have the right to take it, and they can, and they did. And I have a feeling that snitch was probably Alex. Oh boy. All of them? Okay, well, most of them. They have them like 1 for emergencies. Just 1 though. Tifa and I exchanged glances. Do you need more than 1? It's not about that. It's a principle thing. And the principle is that I deserve to have choices. How exactly did you get in trouble again? It was a terrible hotel staff. I told them to just charge a cleaning bill to my card, which, okay, they did, but at a separate charge. If they had just added to the total, fine. When it popped up in the transactions list, Daddy caught it. And what's worse, he actually called them to ask about it since the room was in his name. Oh. So he got caught. Never mind then, okay. I assumed, and I made an ass out of me. Obviously, they spilled the beans immediately. They even told him that I cleared out the bar. Didn't you, though? I did, but not by myself. Anyway, I got this morning to a buttload of lectures. He was all, honey, you need to learn responsibility, and I can't believe you were drinking behind my back. I know this is a big deal. I'm old enough, so he's really gonna have to harp on me for a shot of... Is he really gonna harp on me for a shot or three? To be fair, Stacy, you were kind of wasted. So? That's the adult thing to do. No. I mean, again, like I said, it's fine to lose a little once in a while, but there's a difference between having fun and being completely irresponsible, you know? And getting completely fucking wasted kind of slips into the irresponsible thing, especially when it's a party with a bunch of fucking strangers. Not so much of an issue if you're around a bunch of people that you actually know and know well. Yeah. The adult thing to do is to moderate how much you drink, you know? Know when to cut off when it gets too bad. Ugh, I had to learn that the hard way. When and what I want, thank you. But here's the thing, Stacy, not really? Excuse me? You're not excused, but we'll continue. We aren't actually adults. Like, for example, I love taking care of the people, but I couldn't even pretend to do a fraction my mom does if I had a kid for real. I'm not an adult, you know? You're right, you aren't. But I'm not like you. I've been taking care of myself since I was 10 years old. I know how to make decisions on my own, and all I'm asking for is a little respect. Taking care of yourself, I'm getting the feeling your parents were probably kind of neglectful, but since you're rich, I don't think you were as much taking care of yourself as you were just enjoying the benefits of their wealth without having to deal with them directly. That's kind of what it sounds like. So, more like just leeching. Which, I mean, kids leech, technically. You know, if you want to get really cynical about the truth of the matter, that's kind of what happens. But if you're going to have a kid, that's kind of what you got to be prepared for. I don't know how to make decisions, man. All I'm asking for is a little respect. Stacy, you can't seriously be faulting your dad for cutting your cards. She shares with the both of us for a moment before she lets out an exaggerated sigh. I can't possibly get either of you to understand. I mean, of the three of us, I'm the only one who could recognize the simple fact that cartoons are for kids. Once you realize that too, then we can talk. That was a childish statement, so no, you're still the kid in this equation, actually, Stacy. I need some more mature conversation. Where's Alex anyway? Tifa gives up, letting out a sigh. She's not coming today. She said so in the group chat. Who's not coming? Katie finally arrives, a bounce in her step despite her flat expression. Greetings, Stacy. Are you playing with us today? Sorry, Bolts, I'm not in the mood. I watch you guys play, but I'm not really in the mood for that either. Stacy strolls away, sitting as far away from us as possible. Pulling out her phone, she stares down at it intently, flicking through who knows what app with heavy-handed irritation. Oh no. Katie looks at us in word confusion. Did I violate human behavioral protocol? No, you didn't do anything wrong, if that's what you're asking. She's just in a bad mood. And to answer your question, Alex isn't coming. Understood. Well, I brought a new game. I'm running back to my locker to get it, but Katie's eyes begin to sparkle as she holds a box above her head. Have any of you compatriots played Pairs to Pairs? I surmise it'd be the most enjoyable change of pace. Tifa winces, probably the idea of rejecting Katie in favor of finishing her project. I don't blame her, especially considering how brightly Katie's eyes are sparkling. Sorry, Katie, we'd love to, but someone's got a project to finish. To my surprise, Stacy scoffed from her seat. I didn't think she was paying attention. Project? What, is that one of the presentations for statistics? Yeah, did you finish yours already? Not yet. She inspects her nails boredly for a moment before she looks back at us. We had a sub during that chapter unit, so we're not presenting until next week. We? Me and Alex. We're partners of the project. Tifa lets out a groan, folding her arms. Oh, lucky. You actually finished your half early. Early? Not a chance. Well, I know you don't feel like it, but in that case, since you're not doing anything anyway, why don't you just play Pairs to Pairs with Katie? Stacy looks at Katie, or more specifically at the pleading expression on Katie's face. She scoffs. Of course. Shooting me a glare, Stacy waves Katie over. You know where there's some bolts, you hear me? Yes. As long as that's settled, now show me how to play. Katie bounds to Stacy's desk and takes a seat, eager to comply. Oh, that's cute. That's actually legitimately sweet. This game was surprising me. Like, there's actual moments where, like, it doesn't come off as just like a dumb comedy romance, and that's kind of what it looked like from the cover. But it's got a little more than that going on, which is great. A few days later, I closed my lock only to see a familiar face waiting behind it. Behind it. So it's one of those. Who? Oh, Alex. Coda. I'm gonna jump out of my skin in surprise. Alex? You surprised me. How long have you been standing there? Not too long. I apologize for the scare. She breaks my gaze for a moment before her face shifts into an awkward smile. I hope you don't mind me asking. I've been wondering. Have you seen Stacy today? Today? I haven't. No. Sorry about that. What's up? We have a presentation to this afternoon after this club, and I was hoping to go over with her. Oh, too bad. Is she here today? I saw her car in the car park, so I'm pretty sure she drove us up to school today. Her worried expression quickly disappears. She beams me brightly. Well, there's no point in worrying over it. Thank you for your assistance. I didn't mean to bother you in the middle of your day, but I let her laugh. Alex, it's no big. It's not big. I mean, we're friends, right? Right. Yeah, suspicion detected. Suspicion mode activated, or whatever Katie would say. I don't fucking. I'll pretend you didn't pause or give me that look. And surprisingly, Alex only smiles in reply. I'll see you later, Coda. See ya, Alex. Actually, I can't help but wonder if Tifa's seen Stacy. I hold up my phone or send her a text to Tifa. Hey Tifa, you seen Stacy around? Yep. Saw her heading out earlier. Think she's skipping? Skipping? When she has a presentation with Alex this afternoon. Oh, good. I take out down the hall towards the school car park. Hope she didn't leave yet. I barely finished my sentence as I kept sight of the redhead further down the hall. Stacy! The late bell covered the sound of my voice, so I try again, calling out to her. Hey, Stacy! Coda? Where are you going? Out. Out. What? Is there an echo in here? Yes. Okay, I'm going out. But out where? Why are you asking? Aren't you late to class? I shrug. Yeah, I am, but, well, why don't you focus on that and let the grown-ups worry about the relay problems? Look, I'm only asking because Alex was asking about you. She said you guys have a project this afternoon. When you forget, you know? Forget? Stacey rolls her eyes at me. Is that why you're leaving? I totally didn't forget. Did we forget that Alex is a big girl too? I did my part for the presentation, so I'm sure she can handle the actual delivery. Besides, this is sale today, and I have some things I've been wanting to pick up. I think it's the only credit cards you have left for emergencies. This is literally the definition of an emergency. You're gonna run through that real fast and be out of a card entirely. You can't possibly think that's a good idea. Look, don't try to lecture me. Daddy delegates his work to his subordinates all the time. It's the mature thing to do. Seeing as how he runs a company, you kind of have to delegate. You know, you kind of have to delegate. You know, you need a lot of people to pull off. You know, a lot of the whole complex, like all the different bits and pieces that go into whatever his business is. You know, the different branches and sections. It's one big working, you know, series of cogs basically. So, but this isn't the same thing. This is you being a selfish prick. Alex is your friend, not your subordinate. Same difference. Oh, fuck you. Look, I gotta go before the soccer moms beat me. With that, she brushes her hair over her shoulder, walking determinedly towards the exit. A feeling of dread courses through me as she disappears into the school doors. Alex may legitimately murder her. When I turn around, I catch a glimpse of blue twin tails. Coda? What are you still doing here? Did you go into class? What about you? She looks at me strangely. I was checking the ladies' room to see if Stacy was there. Why? Did you see her? She left. I don't know. Like, that's a no fucking brainer. Just, I'm not gonna lie. I might have this, but Stacy left. Alex stares at me speechlessly. What? I tried to stop her, but... Uh-oh. Alex? Are you alright? No, Alex is not alright. Alex takes a deep, slow breath. I'm fine. Thank you for telling me, Coda. Yeah, I just didn't want her to go into that, like, going into class and then basically out of the blue just being abandoned by her friend like that. Well, quote-unquote friend. At this point, you're kind of stretching it, you know? And even stretching it might be a little nice. Your project, are you gonna be okay? It'll be Fine. Don't worry about it. Just go to class. I'm not sure to say, so I do just that. With what I hope is a reassuring smile, I turned to head out to class, worry curled up in my chest. This is bad. Yeah. Haven't heard that one yet? That's cute. Well, okay. I'm gonna end this episode here. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.